Hello, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is Monica with the Lynx Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. Don't be afraid of that first card that popped out. That's the Three of Swords, which has many meanings. It does not necessarily mean a heartache, okay? So we're going to go deeper. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I wanted to also mention that we are coming up on a full moon. This will be the full moon in Libra on the 12th, okay? So those energies are really strong right now. Also, Mercury went direct on the 7th. There's too many popping out there. Mercury went direct on the 7th, and we will be in the post shadow for approximately 2 weeks, but Mercury is direct, so that is good. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we have the Three of Swords with the Six of Cups and the Knight of Swords, okay? So I feel like there's a fast healing for many of you. I think it's something, you're healing over something that you've already been through. And the healing is happening faster, is faster than you expected. This could have to do with something that maybe started a long time ago and you were able to put it on the back burner for some reason, but it reemerged. And it was something you had to face. And you've come to this realization, something has become clear about something that happened in the past that probably had to do with someone else. Maybe not just one person, but you're having some kind of clarity about the situation. So there's something that comes up that reminds you of this, or there's a reason to speak to this person or connect with these people for some reason, and you're seeing what happened before in a different way. And I feel like for some of you, there's forgiveness or simply an understanding. And it's not that you necessarily come to an understanding with someone else, but it's a better understanding within yourself about whatever happened. All right, so let's get some clarifiers. This is the Tarot of the Owls. So what else do we have for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius? Did I mention we're covering the next 30 days? And also, like I said, the Libra full moon energies and also Mercury direct, okay? Because that's what's going on right now. And there's a lot of other astrological things that I'm not well versed in, so I'm just going to leave it at what I know, okay? Okay, so I'm going to lay these all out and then we'll go deeper. So we have the Page of Wands, the Four of Cups. That's interesting. Okay, the Four of Cups and Temperance. Let's get another row here. So I feel like there's good news coming in from someone you wish to speak with, someone maybe you haven't talked to in a long time. And maybe that's, well, there's two people here, okay? We have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Swords. With the Page of Wands, I feel like it's good news coming in. The Knight of Swords, I feel like this could be a person rushing into your life, or something comes up that turns your attention toward a past situation that wasn't resolved or understood. And now you do. And it might be something you didn't want to look at before, but it's easy to understand now, okay? So that's good. All right, let's get another row, and then I'll hold them up for you. So we've got the Three of Swords, the Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. That's great. So I think maybe there's a reconnection with someone in a good way, okay? Where you're excited to be back together. Someone might have blocked you from being friends, from being brothers or sisters or brother and sister or whatever. Maybe someone blocked you. You didn't understand what was going on. You perceived something to be true that wasn't true. And then you realize, like, this is not going to happen. I'm not going to let someone else stop me from living my life. And the other person feels the same way. So I like that. And let's see, we have the King of Wands here and the Five of Wands. Okay, so I feel like I usually hold up two at a time, but we're going to do three. Three of Swords, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. I feel like some of you are very excited to have a new understanding and maybe a reconnection with an old friend, or reconnecting with a family member that maybe you were estranged from, and it was based on misinformation or some kind of conflict someone else was causing. If this has to do with love, I feel like this is more about like being hurt in the past by a relationship and finding new, healthier love and realizing like, yes, this is the way it's supposed to be. In business or work, similar message where you may have really had a hard time finding the right job or the right company, the right place to be, the right business. And there is hope here. There's like this refreshing energy where you're able to express your creativity. So if you've been applying for jobs, I feel like someone is reaching out to you and they're like, hey, air sign, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we're interested in what you have to offer. We're interested in your skills. We'd like you to, you know, have a phone interview and then come in for an interview in person and like the whole process and everything. And you're healing. Okay, this is for some of you. You're healing over past work pain, where maybe you weren't treated right in the workplace. Maybe someone was gaslighting you. Something happened that I think was depressing, but the energy changes to this exciting, creative, happy, passionate energy. And with the Page of Wands, I feel like there's really happy news coming in. And look, this little baby owlet here is super happy. It's the Ace of Wands, but it's kind of reminding me of the Fool card, like happy new beginning. Let's do this. Let's go for this. It's like, you know, a clean slate, and you're no longer thinking about what hurt you. Whereas maybe you were dwelling on that for a while because you didn't have something new yet. And this is something new coming in, and it's fast. It's fast because we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so it's fast energy. This is someone like wanting communication with you. So with the Six of Cups, Four of Cups, and the King of Wands, let me try and get these all together. Some people are really good at holding a handful of cards together, and not so much for me. Trying here. Okay, so the Six of Cups, Four of Cups, King of Wands. So this might be something that you didn't want to see or hear before, but you're seeing this differently now. Maybe it's through wisdom and experience, or you're looking back and you're like, why did I disconnect from that person anyway? Oh, that's why. It really had nothing to do with me or them, but there were some negative influences going on. And we were like both on our separate paths, and there were some negative influences. Maybe someone didn't want us to be connected because they were jealous or threatened by it. And there was no reason for this, and we want to know each other now. Okay, so I don't think this is necessarily in love, but it could be. None of this Romeo and Juliet business, though. It's nothing like that. It's just like something led you to believe that you couldn't know this person. Could be friendship too, okay? I've said in recent videos I'm getting a lot of friendship energy here lately, or just reconnecting with people that you really vibe with, that maybe, you know, they're new in your life, or maybe you didn't realize for whatever reason that you could connect. The King of Wands is the entrepreneur. So some of you could be entrepreneurs. You are connecting with more like-minded people. So I like that for you. This could also be about making a plan. And we have this, like with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands here. So like, I think there's some strong love energy, passion energy in love. So if you're looking for love, I think it's there. If you're already in a committed relationship, I think it's time for some of you do something fun together. Bowling, golf, I forget what it's called, but it's like a digital golf game. I did it one time with my family and it was a lot of fun. But it's time to do something fun together, or you know, maybe have some friends over or family members over for dinner, or go to their place for dinner, like something you haven't done in a long time. My fiance and I went and did our taxes the other night, and we had so much fun because we hadn't really talked to anybody but each other at home in a long time. And we got to talk to 3 different people there. It's a family business, and everybody was so friendly and cheery, and it was like, wow, a breath of fresh air. So I'm kind of feeling that vibe for you. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords. So this could also be saying, like, don't make rash decisions, don't rush into anything. Someone might be rushing in saying, you know, I want an answer from you now. I'm really excited. I love your resume. Or, you know, we want to hire you and here's our offer. So make sure you review everything very well before you agree. Some things may be negotiable, maybe some things not. So yeah, you can't wait too long to give an answer, but I feel like somebody is going to be really excited at the hopes of hiring you if you're looking for a job. If you're like a freelancer or something like that, someone's excited to work with you or you're excited to work with them. You might be partnering up with someone you've known for a long time in a different way, like in business. You might have different skills and you come together and it might be temporary. Might be a temporary thing in a good way, like you can help each other out and then it could be on the back burner for each other for the future if you need each other's skills again. Temperance, we could have some Sagittarius energy here. It could be in your chart or someone you know. And the Five of Wands. So some of you could have had some kind of power struggle with a Sagittarius. Not necessarily though. This could also be about tempering your emotions. I'm not getting hot-tempered, even though we have some fire energy going on here. Not really getting hot temper. If someone has been a little bit edgy or feeling impatient, I feel like you need to like tease out those feelings and figure them out and realize that I think you're going through a learning phase. There's a learning curve with something. Again, it could be a new job. It could be a learning curve with learning how to approach a relationship with someone, any type of relationship. I feel like some of you are getting to know someone you knew a long time ago in a different way, and this is good. It feels new, but it's not a new person necessarily. For some of you, it could be a new person coming into your life that feels like that old soul kind of connection. All right, air signs. Let's see what we have. This is the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Then we'll get a couple oracle cards. All right, what do we have for air signs? Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands. Archangel Michael is represented here. It says working too hard or too many hours, the need for balance in life, let others help you. So don't be afraid to reach out to others. It might be someone who can lend an ear. And it says health problems due to stress. So be careful about that because you might be overburdened. Sorry about that noise. The cat's in the blinds here. He's safe and everything, don't worry, but he's making noise over there because he wants attention. Anyway, just be careful about health problems due to stress because you don't want that to like turn into a cold or something like that. And always know these are just tarot readings. These are, readings are not meant for medical advice. It's just a tarot reading, entertainment purposes only, okay? So we have the ego, which is the devil in the traditional tarot. We've got Archangel Michael popping up here again. The illusion of being trapped. Okay, so yeah, I was getting for some of you some kind of relationship in your life. You had this illusion that you could not be friends with this person or you could not be in love with this person because some jealous, egotistical person didn't want you to know one another. They wanted to have you all to themselves individually, but they didn't want you knowing one another, okay? Which is awful. And now you're wiser, and you're reconnecting with someone that you were once blocked from, and you were meant to reconnect with this person. It says the illusion of being trapped, accept responsibility for your situation, and then make choices that support your path to happiness. It also says addictions or unhealthy habits. So I'm thinking that this other person might have had addictions in addition to that bad behavior, and that's just, the icing on the cake. If they were already behaving that way, I think that was already inherent in them. And we have another fire card here, Wands. So you've got a lot of fire energy here. So there's some kind of like passion getting stirred up. You're passionate about your beliefs about something. Archangel Ariel is here. Stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely, okay? Did we get this twice? No, just the one time. Okay. So choose your battles wisely. So like stand your ground. You're on higher ground. And don't worry about anyone who tried to stop you before. Just, you know, don't worry about revenge, okay? They say the best revenge is living well, but don't even think about revenge at all, because then you're thinking about the other person. Just think about the other person, meaning the one who tried to inflict negativity on your life and your connections with other people. But focus on the healthy connection you're trying to rebuild. So there's a lot of rebuilding here in relationships, and for others of you, there's a new direction in career, whether you work for someone or you have your own business, your own projects, okay? There's a new direction. Okay, so this is my kitty oracle deck. Very cute. Let's see what else we have for the air signs. Get perspective, look at all the angles. Yeah, so I think that there's a lot of reflection. And I think there are some things that you're going to see you thought existed in a situation in the past that really didn't. Maybe someone wanted you to believe something that was not so. That you couldn't have joy, that you couldn't have friendships. Maybe they made it difficult for you to live your life, and now you're like, you know, seeing the truth. And I think somebody else involved does as well, and they want to know you. And you're free now of past burdens to know one another. So it's like you're rebuilding a connection with someone. We have keep calm. This too shall pass. This too will pass. To keep calm. So yeah, that's with temperance here. Keep calm. Sort this out. There might be some impatience here. It's probably because you're going through a healing for some reason, okay? You could be living in a new place. You could be in a new situation, or the dust is settling in a workplace drama. The dust is settling, and you didn't want the drama in the first place, of course, but the drama is settling and you feel kind of bored because you're not distracted by these constant immature battles and fears, and I'm getting false threats. So maybe someone thought that their job was at stake, but it really wasn't. Somebody wanted you to believe that it was, but it really wasn't. Be visionary. Look for opportunities. That's wonderful. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for you. Be open to them. Be open to noticing them. And look elsewhere. You have better options. Oh, isn't he cute? So look elsewhere. You have better options. So yeah, some of you don't want to accept a certain offer, but look at what other offers are there and compare them. Weigh and measure each thing before you accept. It could be a job, it could be a situation, it could be a home that you're looking at. And we have take some time, relax and enjoy. So yeah, and with the Ten of Wands here, okay, it's time to put down some burdens. You might be doing too much for other people, and it's time to take care of yourself. You might not even know what that means. What does it mean to take care of myself? You know what I mean? Because maybe you're too focused on making sure somebody else is okay. And if this is your kids, of course, that's our job, right? To take care of our kids, especially when they're young, right? But it's time to find a way. Maybe hire a sitter and take a few hours to yourself or something. An afternoon off. I'm feeling like that would do somebody a lot of good, to simply have an afternoon off if you're able to pull that. All right, air signs, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out the video I'm linking at the end of this one. It's going to be for all zodiac signs, and I will see you again soon.